Yeah, I think it's very important, and what I preach, what I talk about is having the black nuclear family with the black man, black woman, and black child. But it's very important the type of black man and the type of black woman that we have in that household. A black man being present is not enough if he's not masculine, and a black woman being present is not enough if she's not feminine. Uh, Dwayne Wade is in his child's life, and you see what he's doing because he's not in his masculine energy and he's not in any divine energy. He's just leading his child astray, and he's leading his son in a manner as to which would be detrimental to the black community. So I think everything we have to do has to be rooted in fact. I don't think, well, we know that black male emasculation is not okay. So how can anyone champion a father who's supporting the emasculation of his son? So if he knew better, he would do better. But some people have gone so far that they have allowed all of these agendas to manipulate them, and it's destroying the black community. I always say that the black community is not a monolith, and we're not. But in certain things, we need to be monolithic about. There are certain things that we all need to be on the same accord about if we want to progress. The things that we are seeing in the black community now, to add on to what Uncle Rick said, what we're witnessing is that the black woman has strayed further away from the traditional role than the black man has. And that's the main problem here that we're seeing with these delusional expectations on the dating market. But men have to put their foot down when dating because, you know, I have a woman now, but up until about, 4 or 5 months ago, I was single. I was still on the dating market and figuring that aspect out. But I steadfast to what I believe in, and I put my foot down, and I didn't try to, change the way I carry myself in order for her to like me. The right one for you is going to like you for you. You don't have to change, who you are. The right feminine woman is going to like your masculine energy, and she's going to allow you to lead. A lot of time these days, people are changing who they are and to just fit in with someone and just to avoid being single. The right person for you is going to be for you. A feminine woman doesn't have to change that feminine energy to fit some man's, idea of what she should be. And a masculine man doesn't have to change his the way he carries himself to fit, the woman that isn't for him. So it's just a part of that dynamic. A man is still a man regardless of his income. A lot of women try to say that they need a man that makes, 100,000, 200,000. The man can lead you in different aspects. Even if he only makes $50,000, $60,000 a year, we got to get focused back on morals, principles, and things like that when dating, instead of just focusing on things like income and how good someone looks.
You rely. Oh, go ahead, Ann.
Well said. Because if just to piggyback off of you, Doctor, that's more legacy minded. If that's thinking of yourself as part of a community. When you're looking beyond just what am I going to get out of this in the moment versus does she even have the qualities that will help bring me to the next level or whatever. That's when that requires two individuals really thinking about the impact that they're going to have on the community as a whole. And I want, in your opinion, do you think that that's cultivated in our culture currently?
No.
No, the legacy building aspect, no. I think that's why we see too many people getting with the Pookies and the Ray Rays and they're getting with people who they may have. I've seen women who literally would like a man who's has 60,000, 50,000 followers on Instagram, but he's a scammer. They'll like that that more than someone who's a lawyer or a medical doctor or something like that. And you literally see it on different podcasts. I was on the Daily Wrap-Up Crew podcast. You see that they do interviews with women and they ask them the question, would you prefer a 9-to-5 guy or a scammer? And how many women say a scammer is just ridiculous because he may be pulling in, who knows how much he's pulling in scamming, $20,000 a month, $100,000 a month, but it's illegal. And that's just like someone liking a drug dealer over a 9-to-5 guy who's making the bare minimum amount of money. But the drug dealer is destroying our community, while the 9-to-5 guy is a hardworking guy who has his morals and principles intact. Which one will make a better father and better leader for you?
But see, they're not thinking about that. You know, it's all about a quick fix. It's about getting money quick. Those, you know, those type of women, in my opinion, aren't the type of women that you should be taking seriously, because they're not in it for the right reasons. When you're trying to establish a relationship, a marriage, you know, you're trying to build something with somebody, it's not just about the money. There are other things. We always talk about, we all see it. Oh, he got to make 6 figures. He got to do this. He got to do that. You're not thinking about his character. Is he a suitable candidate for marriage, if that's what you're looking for? They're not looking for the qualities in a man that would yield long-lasting benefits, you know, somebody that you can grow a family with, build with, establish this generational wealth that everybody is talking about. They're not trying to do that. And then when you pick the man who is the scammer and you know, who's just, you know, trying to have a good time with you, then they're complaining about that. Don't complain when you get what you picked. And, you know, and so and then the thing that, you know, that gets to me is, you hear women saying, oh, there aren't any good men out here. They don't take care of their kids, and they don't want to marry you. No, they don't want to marry you. You could
you part.
someone out here who does not have the qualities for marriage, and then you're putting it all on the man. No, you have to possess the qualities that men want. It's the men get to pick who they want to marry, who they want to establish relationships with. And if you don't have the qualities because you presented yourself as somebody to be played with, don't get mad when you don't get picked and you see other women who have the qualities finding husbands. Because as much as people talk about, oh, there aren't good men, these men don't want to marry, there are men who are getting married to good women out here. They're still in the real world. People are getting married. People have stable, healthy relationships. But if you don't have it, it's because you don't possess the qualities to get it. But it does exist. That's why I say I don't like when people put it all on every black man. You know, it's the black man. The black men are this. They're trash. They don't do this. No, it's the ones you pick. That's it. It's the ones that you pick, and that's it. You know, so I'm all for marriage. I'm all for commitment. I've been married over 20 years. And so I just know that, you know, there are good men. You know, we have a family. We've built a family. We didn't make 6 figures starting out. You know, we had to start from the bottom and build ourselves. It's not about a quick fix, getting the man at the finish line, as they would say. No, you have to be willing to build with the person, build something together. Y'all grow together and make it work. But that is not what we see women looking for in 2025. They want a rich man. They want him with all the money right now. They don't want to build. They don't want to build a bear. They don't want to do it. They want somebody to come in and just fund their lifestyle. That's it.
Yeah. And
Go ahead then.
Yes, absolutely. And this might be toxic to say, but if you look at the young black men who get drafted into the NFL, why is it that they always have a cute little like a white girlfriend? And it's because, well, she saw him before he was drafted. She was there doing homework with him freshman year. She was there encouraging him. She was there encouraging him to go to train, and she wasn't saying he was nothing. Like she was right there. Like, I think it's a cultural thing, because I know where I come from, and I also know where some white tea women are raised like this. I know some Asian women are raised like this. They go to school not just to get an education, but they're looking for their future husband. Like, who am I going to build with?
Mm-hmm. They're looking for a paycheck. Those men are not better than any man on their college campus. Actually, most of those men are going to be future womanizers. They're already having in them, and they are going through women left and right. These women are not going to these men because they are righteous men and they are good men and they're going to be good fathers and all that. They are going after them because they are just a bigger target. That's why they do it. They're better pretenders. White women know how to play the game, and when they secure the bag, they will behave just like every other woman once they have the leverage, like everybody else. Like these guys that are going to the NFL draft are not more qualified than the engineers. They are not more qualified than the honors. They're just not as tall. They're just not as strong. They're just not there Like there's not their type. So the reality is, once again, all these women are chasing the guys that make them wet. They are like, I agree with everything that y'all said, but the problem is, once again, we don't talk in their languages. They don't understand generational wealth. They understand survival. They don't understand legacy. They understand, how am I going to pay my rent on the next month if my baby daddy doesn't pay? Like,
Right.
in my opinion, again, all of y'all are right. The thing is, we are talking Chinese with people that were born in Seattle. Okay. So like we keep asking them to be sexual discipline. You don't have to be sexual discipline.
Yeah.
Be sexual, go crazy with 2 guys instead of 33. It's fine. You can have 3 long duration relationships where you fuck the same guy 1,000 times. You still fuck 1,000 times. Fuck him in the car, fuck him in the movies, fuck him in your mama. Like, do whatever you want with him, but just go ahead and instead of closing your legs, which is not going to happen ever, pick a guy that you actually can rely. If something happens, oops, the dude is there for you. And most men probably will be, because most men kind of care about their kids. The thing is, once again, these women, and especially the older woman, I don't think they even know what to say to this woman, either because they don't want to get competition from them, because now this woman might, the 40-year-old might not be have access to their men because their men still have access to the 20-year-old, or because they actually don't know how to explain them. Most of these problems are simple. Women are pursuing the man that gets them wet, and then long down the road, when they are scared and fucked up and all that, they're going to pick the man that makes them happy for the retirement plan. Respectfully, just because you are playing with toys when you are young and you are playing with the baby, you are being trained to have kids, not to be a mother. Just because you are dreaming about your wedding doesn't make you ready to be a wife. Just because you play with the little stove and shit doesn't train you to actually cook for the man that you love. Like all of these, like most women will fuck 40 men before they cook them a meal. That's the reality. Like this is just conditioning, is lack of consequences, and for the most part, we raising our sons as sacrificial lambs to women that will literally run through them if they have a chance, because women unfortunately don't care about society anymore. Women of yesteryear would care about the village. Women of yesteryear will care about how their men look and their reputation. Women of yesteryear will make sure that they don't embarrass their family. And I was just scrolling my feed. I was just scrolling my feed, and this is what I find. I find who was it? Like I think a celebrity, like a woman that is celebrity on his kids' graduation, basically in underwear.
Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton,
Yeah.
literally on underwear.
Yeah,
Like this is the biggest day of your kid life,
crazy.
and we don't want to be bashing women just because. But do you think that Ricky Williams is going to show up on his son graduation in boxer briefs, showing his knees? Even if he showed up in shorts, everybody say, "Hey, Ricky, come here, man, go get a suit, brother." Like it's
Halle Berry was out here with her coochie out.
There's no shame, and even if you shame people, there's no consequence, because again, unfortunately, we are the biggest suckers in the planet. We see a woman mistreat a man, abuse him, not be accountable, take the kid away from him and all that, and we say this woman is a bad woman, and she will be single for 24 hours before 73 other men try to pick her up on the market like she's LeBron James on free agency. Makes no sense at all. So this is going to be a cycle. Women are going to do some dumb shit. Woman learn their lesson. Woman pick the bad guy again. Woman gets jaded. Woman goes to the free agent market, and the man that's supposed to be the logical beings, the ones that do a cost, like they kind of look at okay, this is no matter if she's fat, no matter if she has 7 kids, no matter if she is toxic, no matter, she will get 7 guys on her DMs as soon as she takes her boyfriend out of the IEG grid. So Who is who? Who is the worst? Is this woman that keep doing this bullshit, or is us as a global, not a global, but as an overall gender, that no matter what this woman do, like for example, what we're going to talk probably with Casey, you might discuss if she's a victim or not, but it's always going to be a sucker ready to pick up the glasses and to put it on the bag and to take them home. So what do we do here?
I my platform, I talk about ending the gender war. And first and foremost, men got to stop giving attention to women that don't respect men. Number one, let them cannibalize each other. Like if they don't respect men, why even talk to them? Like treat it just like you would treat a racist, right? Like if you don't expect to be heard by the KKK, then you need to treat it with the same thing, because you're wasting a lot of energy with people that don't care about solutions. Number one, capturing everything that the doc said, Didi said, and you know what y'all described was the sexually disciplined household, meaning like you think through everything logically, right? You don't overreact. You compose your emotions. Everybody regulates their own emotions before they speak, you know. And the opposite of that is everything that's created this conversation, the problem, you know, the lack of emotional discipline. And here's the thing too, like all men have to do is take themselves out of the conversation and look how women treat each other. And if you look at the way, yeah, like why would anybody want to be with women that hate women?
Because they have a coochie.
Megan Thee Stallion was actually shot by her best friend.
Because they have a coochie. No, that's the justification is because they have a coochie. Like as long as women have coochies, there's hope. They will never be homeless. They will never starve. As long as they have it and they know how to use it, is a currency that will be accepted on any country in the planet, because once again, men value coochie more than they value
money, time, effort.
That's what it is. Like is we are going to let's do this, right? And again, I'm not trying to be a devil advocate. I'm just trying to kind of get a little bit out of the shell that we have here. If you got men unlimited choices when it comes to sex, right? And you said, hey guys, don't do it. What will happen? They will do it anyway. They will go crazy. Women are emotional junkies. They are way less regulated than us. They are medicating themselves with wine, with coffee, with sex, with food. Like we are already doing it, but a woman that is by nature emotional, she's always going to look for the next high for her to feel good. And if he's having sex with you for 10 minutes and feeling good about herself and then go back to the pits of hell and become miserable, that's exactly what is going to happen. White woman, black woman, Asian woman. Feminism, I repeat this again, is the biggest religion in the planet. You can talk about all your God and Jesus and all that. You put a feminist manifesto in front of a woman and she's going to pick that 1,000 times before she picks up the Bible. So I repeat again, the answer, in my opinion, other than changing the laws, because this is a conversation for another day, and changing the laws actually would kind of fix, in my opinion, most of the things, because as long as if you are compensating, for example, families instead of compensating people that are heavy, like single house, let me actually reframe it. If your tactic is to give cash prizes and money to single mothers and single dads, and you flip it and you actually reward women that have men in the house, I guarantee you this woman find a husband tomorrow. I guarantee you. If you say people that get Section 8 and people that get benefits and people that are going to get the money back on January are the people that are married with the husband. You know what happened? Their long-term boyfriend and girlfriend all of a sudden are a couple. Now their kid is in the house when he's born because they actually have a benefits. But because we incentivize women to be single, we incentivize women to get married just so they can break up afterwards and get all the catches and prizes. Like this is going to keep going. Like this is not going to stop, no matter how many books they get, no matter how many OGs recommend them.